Oh, I know some people caught them. Not a lot of them, but some people. Do you take London session or Asian session trades or only NY session? Sometimes, lately I've been taking London session trades because I've been awake. We did some simulations as well on the London session, so I'm kind of like getting used to that as well, but not 100% comfortable. Let's take a look at this gold analysis here. Strong rejection, buys here, indication of 4-hour broke, previous low and flip bullish. And then you're looking for price to go move up. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. We'll just have to see how this plays out now, or how this 30-minute candle closes on gold. But so far, it looks like pound yen is coming down. Let's take a look at the 15-minute candle. 15-minute candle closed with no wick at the bottom. Now, in this instance, when a candle closes with no wick at the bottom, this means there's no range for the next candle to go down. So in this case, what I may want to do is that if price retraces and then it starts breaking the low, preferably in the second half of the candle, I think that will continue moving price down. But you know what? Honestly, I'm going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close so I can execute on that. See this? It's still open. It's still got this rejection here. What do you think about the 15-minute candle closing below support? Oh, yeah, we were talking about that. GU. Let's take a look at GU. Buys about 1.3700. Looks good. Looks good. Sells below 1.3972. You got clean candles there. A bit of a rejection here previously, but I do think. All right, let's take a look at GU here in a little bit more detail. GU. So GU. So we got a support over here. On the 1 hour time frame, we got that support. Yeah, nice. So I think below the support, you can see price kind of like moving. So that's good. That was nice analysis, good labeling, good zone work. And also, like, if we start rejecting this area right here, if we start rejecting this area, it may start bouncing up here as well. Osvaldo, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's take a look at this chart from Osvaldo here. This is a buy on gold, hammer pattern, rejection. I don't think there's a hammer when the hammer is not there, so you need the hammer to print if you're looking for a hammer pattern. But you really need this candle to close first before taking the buy. Osvaldo, right here. You need the candle to close first. This candle is still open. Have you registered your company in Canada? Yes. That's how it can do business in Canada. 30-minute resistance considered a break of 152. Wait, what's this? Oh, this is in the past. Yeah, I guess about 152, 200. That's the level I have over here, 152, 200. So for price to move up, you just need to break above this area to continue to at least 400, 500, and 550. So we can start talking about, buying targets at that point. What do you think about the 15-minute candle closing below? Yeah, I mean, it's closing with no wick, so I'm going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. It's important for the 30-minute candle to close. Show us your haircut you got yesterday. Oh, yeah, man, look at this. Fresh. Government of Canada called me yesterday, and they're asking some question, and I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm having a haircut. I can't talk right now. And then I'm like, oh, shouldn't have said that, because it's all banned in Canada, And then they said, oh, we're sorry, we'll call you later. I'm like, okay. Because sooner or later I get a knock on the door, hey, I heard you were getting a haircut. Where was this? Why are you breaking the rules? Fun. Seem to living in North Korea, man. Scared of telling them we're getting a haircut. GJ buys, oh nice. I had the same buys here. Almost the same buys, very nice. All right, so we're about to close, 15-minute candle is about to break below. The only thing I'm looking at is if this 15-minute candle created a top wick, right? It created a top wick. So I'm not going to execute this, but I'm spectating this. So if this 15-minute candle breaks the low at this point around 151.850, I do think we will continue moving bearish. But I'm going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. If I'm from America, can I sign up for Dominion markets? Well, if your country is not listed, then you can choose crypto from that option to continue as normal. Did you trust Jeevan for driving your car? Yes. Yeah, it was a long drive, man. So I had to chill out. Would it be better for the 30-minute candle to close? Yes. Yes, I'm waiting for the 30-minute candle to close. Sells below this point, feel more comfortable, looks good, looks good. All right, let's see here. Why not wait until it closes below 158.50? 158.50? Yeah, I mean, you can wait for that. The reason why I'm not waiting for that is because these candles couldn't close below 151.900. So if this candle is closing below 151.900, that means it's paving the way for the next candles to continue moving down. So that's why I'm waiting for the candle to close below 151.900. I mean, if you want to take a sell below 151.850 to be more sure, then yeah, sure. I mean, that's fine, perfect. But at the end of the day, you're going to learn something. If price does continue moving with this idea, you may look at this maybe 2 weeks from now or maybe a month from now and say that, oh, like, you know what, this happened previously and I took an entry later on and I missed out on some pips. So maybe if I take an entry, when it's closing below this area, maybe I can gain some more pips, right? So that's how you learn. Okay, already looked at this chart by Osvaldo. Do you think we should trust high time frame structure or watch out for this minus structure in 15 minutes? Yes, so when you have the high time frame structure is bullish, but 4 hours coming down, doing like a flip over here. So it's better to look at the smaller time frame structure and see what's going on. So from the smaller time frame structure, which is also a very good confirmation time frame, like the 30-minute time frame, your 1 hour time frame, really strong confirmation time frames, right? So if they're closing below support, I think it's a very good indication that we're breaking support. So in an uptrend, whenever we break support, that's a very high probability that price is going to continue going bearish. So that's what I'm waiting for over here. What do you mean by the second half of the candle? Second half of the candle literally means the second half of the candle. I mean, if you have a 15-minute candle, the first half of the candle is going to be what, 7.5 minutes? The second half is going to be the other 7.5 minutes, right? So a candle has 2 halves. Just like you have a person has 2 halves, right? You have the upper torso and you have the bottom torso. So if you're trying to squeeze through a hole, maybe you're fat from the top side, so you want to go through the first half first, and then the second half goes easily, right? So if the first half of the 15 minutes creating a top wick and we're breaking the low, then you can say, oh yeah, the second half will now continue moving. It's something I've noticed, so. Is it okay to apply U10 pip strategy in 5-minute time frame? No, it's not. 5-minute time frames are weak confirmation time frames. Secure 10 pips, close 75 positions, run with that break even, secure 23 pips, beautiful. I hope this is your only trade for the day if you're securing positions, because gold is becoming a little bit of a mess over here. We have a support at 1772. What's this here? Pivot trade on USD CAD. Oh, wow. Wow, crazy. Crazy movement. USD CAD really went bullish. No, CAD went bullish, so USD CAD fell. Okay. That was a very nice one. What's this? Euro USD, potential buys if the candle closes above this area, uptrend market in this zone be retracement. I think maybe identify how much range this is. So let's see this. So this is from what? This is from 250 to 350, right? This is like a 10 pip range. I mean, it's pretty tight. You know, maybe a good buy of this area would make sense. This is a 10 pip range, so you got to keep that in mind. Sells below our bigger range. That's a bigger range, right? So this may make much more sense for sells. How many screens do you have? I have 2 screens. 2 screens. When will the magic keys be shipped? We're shipping the first batch today, around 350 units, and we're shipping around 400 units tomorrow. So we're sending them by the truckloads. Legit by the truckloads. How many time frames do you look at your screens? What you see here on the screen is the only thing that I look at. I don't have the other screen with multiple time frames. This is the only thing I look at right here. What's the name of your company? It's a numbered company. My name of the company is Numbered Company, but it also goes by the name Market Fluidity. So it's basically a parent company of a bunch of smaller companies. Where can one see commissions accumulated on Dominion markets? If you go to your history, you're going to see your commissions. So if you open your MT5 on your phone or whatever, and in your history, you're going to see commissions. Most trades you miss are due to previous rejections. Do you wait instead of using impulse entry? Yes. Yes, so right now I'm just waiting. Right now I'm just waiting for this candle to close. You know, we got 3 minutes left for this candle to close. If it closes bearish, I think the next candle has a higher probability to continue down with a 10, 11 pip stop. And then we have almost like a 28 to 30 pip range here for price to move down. And that's where I'm going to be executing and sell. If you watch only one screen, how can you enter like a jet speed? Because I have MetaTrader open on my other screen. And then also have magic keys right here. This magic key sound. So let me show you. Screen 2. All right. So see this? I'm going to hit open calc, and now I'm ready. Oh, switch it. Now I'm ready. So my stop is going to be right over here. I'm using a 1% risk here. 11 pip stop, and then TP is whatever. And as soon as I'm going to hit open trade on the magic keys, it's going to open the trade for me. It shows all my stats over here, shows everything. Already took 2 trades. So yeah, just waiting here now. How do you switch from buy to sell? There's a switch button on the new version. There's a switch button right over here. This one right here. So hit that, it switches it. Yeah. So the new version has those. Why not take an impulse entry? Because waiting for the 30-minute candle to close. Why does it say 1 trade left for today? Because I programmed it for me to take 3 trades today, right? I already took 2 trades, so now I have 1 more trade left. After I take that 1 trade, it's going to lock me out of MetaTrader 5. So I can't take any more trades. You know, stops it from overtrading. Now I'm joking, it's not going to lock you out. You know the amount of complaints we're going to get? The amount of emails we're going to get? Hey man, locked out of a MetaTrader 5, man. When will you guys let Canadians deposit an account with CAD? Probably in the next few weeks. Probably in the next few weeks, we're going to have that. But you got 1 minute left here for the candle to close. Can I get that switch feature on the old magic keys? Yes, it's the white button in the bottom left corner. All right, you got a minute left here now. Gold is still over here. We're about to close a minor bullish candle on gold. GU is also in a kind of a range over here. Can you explain the basis of how you drew support? Right here, man, it's support right here. Look, candle came down, created support. So you draw support. And now it's breaking support, breaking and closing below support. It's the very basics of technical analysis. Support, resistance. We're breaking below support. Now there's a high probability for the next candle to continue down. If this trade came to me 100 times, I'll take this 100 times. Oh, but I don't like the way it's rejecting now. See the 5 minute? This is a rejection at this point. It's closing bullish. It's a rejection. Yeah, look at that 15 minute too. It's a rejection over here. So at this point, I would want to wait for this low to be broken. Yeah, right here, I'd wait for the low to be broken now. Because it closed with a rejection because the 15 minute candle closed bullish. So, yeah, I'm going to wait. How do you draw there if the 15 minute hasn't broken the zone yet? Because it's on a 30 minute time frame, you know. So you're not going to wait for price to break below, 850, 151, 850. Gotta wait, get paid to wait. See, in the 15 minute, that's going to be a break below this area here now too. Do you need a computer to use magic keys? Absolutely, you need a computer. 100% you need a computer. Your 80% win rate on gold is making. Yeah, I got a 52% win rate on GJ for April. But 30 minute on GJ still closed below support, so it's more percentage for sells. It doesn't matter what we think. It matters what the charts are saying. The charts are saying that the 30 minute candle closed with a rejection because the 15 minute candle closed bullish, right? So for me to take a trade, I'm going to wait for this low to be broken at 151, 850. That's it. If we don't break that low, I'm not taking this. How long did it take you to flip your account to 50 to 100K? Started to 50,000 in April. You're going to take a sell to break in the first minutes of the 1 hour candle? Yeah, we'll see once it comes down here below 151, 850. So we'll see. Let's see. Gold 30 minutes. Buying above, yeah, this is right. This is right. So we need price to break above this area 70.74. Oh, it is actually. Oh, nice. Yeah, it should kind of like retrace for 70.78 at this point because it's created a strong support at 30 minutes, a strong bullish candle. So yeah, that's good. All right, we're coming down. We're coming below this area here. We break below its low, 151, 847. Stops are going to be above this current candle and expecting price to really continue favorable. Since this is my third trade, I'm going to be using a lower risk for this. राजा भाई आज जीजे नीचे जाएगा मेरा वादा है आपसे और आप बहुत ही प्रॉफिट कमाएंगे इंशाल्लाह. So that comment meant, hey man, I promise you GJ will go down. Well, like GJ has to really make sure it breaks below this low to continue down. Again, it's the explanation of other trades taken that was not provided because we're looking at the chart. Hammer was on a 15 minute. Oh, nice. Okay. So you still got your risk manual there. It's still pretty good. Still pretty good. Gold is now just needs to respect its own low at this point. Keeping an eye on pound yen here below 151.850 to execute sells price will continue bearish. I think at least till we should get a move. I mean, if we break below this area, we should get a move till 151 700. That's going to be a pretty good idea. 177. How do you reduce your lot size and magic keys? You reduce your risk, or you reduce the dollar amount that you're doing. But I go with static lot sizes most of the time. GA is also continuing their share. Seems like GA is also in this vicinity, right below this area on the 15. GJ is also trying, and I think if we do break below, we can correct this entire move from that position. GJ will fly, and you can sing. I don't know. If it has to fly, it needs to break above 152. Otherwise, I don't think it's flying anymore. Executed a sell right over here as it broke the lows. Stop is above this 15-minute candle around 786 away, and anticipating price will continue down to 151 700. Yep, that's it. And now talking with respect to risk management, if this candle closes above this support, then I'm going to be closing 50% of my positions, to mitigate risk. But so far, I think it looks pretty good. We've broken below the 30-minute low. We've broken below the 15-minute minor support here as well. I kind of really waited for that area, and yeah, perfect. Gold is also trying to push up over here. All right, beautiful. I'm up about 5 pips here at this point. 5 pips, 6 pips. Ooh, 7 pips. Beautiful. 850, just got to come a little bit down more to secure 10 pips, and then, yeah, literally call it a day at that point. Can you make a weekly trade recap of this weekend? Yeah, probably. We'll see. We'll see if I have time. I still got a lot of things to do. So.
Nốt này không? Ngon không?
Đểลูกบอกว่าเขาสอนกันที่ใครออกข้อสอบภาษาอังกฤษบ้างก่อนแล้วลูกชื่ออะไรให้ชื่อนามสกุลไปแล้ว
I took the GJ sell 30 seconds before the 30-minute candle closed. So nice.
พี่หนูไม่ได้ฝากใครไปนั่งหนูให้สอบดูว่ามันจะได้ไหม
30 minutes down. 1 hour candle is also breaking below these wicks over here, trying to move down. 4 hour was retracing a little bit more.
มองอะไร
ลงคนสวย
ตีเดียว
See here.
สวยแต่โหด สวยแต่โหด
ด่าหมดใครมันมั่ว
โมโหผัวอยู่ตอนเช้าไอ้นี่เข้ามาพอดี
โมโหผัวไอ้ลูกก็เข้ามาอีกแหมเล่นเกมเวลาได้เล่นมาขายกันเองอะไรมึงคิดเลทคิดอะไรไหมกูเรียบร้อยกูจ่ายเพราะกูจ่ายดีมาตลอดกูจ่ายดีมาตลอดพอถึงเวลาพอมึงเก็บมาไม่ได้มึงจะมาหักจากกูไม่ใช่หรือ
Would you ever do a copy trade system? I think the live stream is the best copy trade system.
4, 5, 6, 7 คนก็ช่างมันเลย
ไม่มันน้อยเกิน
น้อยเสียดายไม่มาเยอะๆกูจ่ายแรงกว่านั้นอีกเนี่ย
Like the situation, price from 70 pips is not come back to
ใครจะไป
entry
ยุ่ง
when we
ไม่
close
ชวนอยู่
out.
แล้วอ่ะผมไม่ชวนหมาที่ไหน
If
ที่
it
ทำ
comes
กูมาหลั
back
ง
to
ห้อง
entry
อ่ะ
point, I'm going to close out at that point.
เงียบเลย
But so far, it's running right now, so there's I don't think there's any big deal at this point to close out. Do you know how long delivery for Magic
ทำ
is
เอา
to
เอา
UK?
ตังค์ไป
Probably
ปิดได้
around
ตู้
4
เรา
days.
กว่าบาทแต่ว่า
4
เดี๋ยว
days.
มาแกแชร์ให้ได้
ทางไปปิดอะไร
ตู้ค้างอยู่ไง
Is this trade risky because it's going against the major trend?
อ้าว
Yes,
แล้ว
but the
มันไม่
key
หาผิด
thing
เองอ่ะ
to understand is that We waited
เอา
for
เงิน
the
จากไหน
support.
ไปปิดแล้ว
That's the key thing to understand in this trade. Waited for the support to break in an uptrend. Whenever we break a support in an uptrend, there's a very high probability price is going to continue moving bearish.
เดือนนี้
You know,
หัก
and
ไปเลยกับ
that's
เดือนหน้า
what we
แล้ว ถือว่า
executed on.
บอกว่าถือว่าพี่ใจถึงนะ
Your
เดือน
take
หน้า
profit
ยัง
is
ไม่ถึง
close
พี่ให้
to
หักไปเลย
because
เดือ
the
นนี้เธอ
spread,
หัก
no,
ไปเลยแล้วก็เธอโอนมาให้พี่
if you look at
ถือ
your
ว่าพี่ใจ
net
ถึง
traders,
พอ
it's
นะ
going to
บอ
show
กเนี้ย
you the
ใจ
numbers.
ถึงกว่าเท้าอีกอะ
You're running. Take a look at this chart over here. This is so one tip that I can give you guys is that when I'm in trades, I'm not looking at the trade at all. I'm just waiting for the candle to close, basically. So we got a pound yen 5-minute chart here. So you got an arrow going down, arrow going up, and arrow going down again. Makes perfect sense. There's no labeling on it, so I don't know whether you saw it in your dream or maybe an epiphany happened to you or a prophecy was revealed, show you the lines. I mean, I don't know. Good job, Bobby. Yeah, perfect. How do you show the number of pips on MT4? It's pretty easy. So I don't know about MT4, but on MT5, so you can see the same trade over, right? You can right click here, you can go to profit, and you can show as money, or you can go to profits and show as points. But 3 pips, 4 pips. Oh, it's the same all then, MT4. Do you measure 10 pips to take partials on TradingView or an MT5? TradingView, So if it comes up to entry, I close. For me, trade management is really personal, to be honest. How strong does GDP news affect on gold? It has some sort of an effect. So we're going to take a look at that here as well. Let's take a look at that here. So we have around an hour and 20 minutes for the GDP news to come out. We're looking at good numbers over here. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this happens. This is it's a high impact news event. So we'll see how much it affects the market. What's the spread on Dominion markets at this time? The spread is 1.3, 1.2, 1 pip, 1.4. It's variable between 1.2 to 1.3. Gold spread is 1.4, 1.5. Do you advise to take subscription or go with the free version? That's all up to you. Do you have money to spend? If you have money to spend, get the subscription. If you don't have money to spend, don't get the subscription. All right, let's take a look at over here. GA, entry once this candle made a top wick and broke its own low. I think it would have been better if it broke the previous candle's low. But, I mean, at least if you can manage risk over here, then that's what counts at the end of the day. Ooh, gold is really moving up over here. This was a nice signal on gold here as well, right? For price to close bullish, take a buy, and it should be up like 20 pips at this time. 18 pips, 20 pips, minus the spread. Wing. Let's see here. I have a surprise for you. I'll post it here at 8:30. All right. Oh, wow. Gold really did a cruel retracement over here. Damn. Should have just executed on gold there and called it a day. 27 pips running. Nice. Did you close trade? No, I didn't close anything yet. The 15-minute candle is going to close here, so we're going to see how it closes. Nice. This thing ran up nicely here. Beautiful. My spread on gold is 9 pips at the moment. Damn. Can you imagine the amount of money the broker is making? 9 pips spread? Jesus. Mine is like 2 pips, 1.4 pip. Wow. With all due respect, you didn't call gold. Okay, that's fine. Your GPY is also coming down over here. Do you ever have loss monthly? Yeah, I think last year or something. Are you bringing your business to Pakistan too? Yes, I'm taking all the business there. On top of the morning, hey, top of the morning, Raja from Nova Scotia. Hope everyone's having a good day. Yes, everything's good. Everything's good. Is it possible to have the software version of Magic Keys? No, it's not possible. If the 15-minute close and wicks up to entry, do you close half? Well, Carmen, that's a very delicate situation over here. I think I'm going to close half if this new 15-minute candle goes past my entry. Then I'm going to close half. But I think for the most part, I'm going to leave it open. Because it's closing, now look, this 15-minute candle closed below this minor support here as well. So if this candle goes in the zone, then I'm going to close half. Congratulations, whoever got the gold trade over here. Nice movement. eToro got huge spreads like 4 pips, 5 pips, 6 pips. Some have 10 to 14 pips. Wow. Well, because I don't know, I think it's the regulation or something. Because the more heavily regulated a broker is, I think the more higher spreads they have. I don't know, that's what I've seen, especially with eToro, Wanda, FX Choice, I've seen. What candlestick is that? That is the somersault movement candlestick. Wow, USDJPY really came down over here. All right, so at this time, I closed half of my position right now. I closed half right over here, and I'm leaving the rest run. If this 15-minute candle closes in the range, I'm going to close another half. And actually, you know what? At that time, I'm going to close the entire position. Let's see here. IC Mark is giving me 1% on gold. I'm from India. Can I make a account on Traders Domain? Yes, you can. No bank deposits, though. You can't send bank deposits from India because Modi is going to be on your ass after that. You can't do that. The banks won't even let you, to begin with, to be honest. All right. The upcoming Chinese PMI show slow down. We're up against China in a competition. You know what? The only person who was winning was Trump. You think the Chinese are going to listen to this guy? You think they're going to listen to him? He's a non-aggressive person. I don't know. Trump was really, really aggressive when it came towards dealing with, business and trade and all that. He would wake up and he would send tweets as attacks to everybody. This guy wakes up half sleepy and he just can't even form. Yeah, that's what Trump does. Make the markets go wild. IC markets offer 1 to 30 leverage to Kazakhstan. So I can't say worldwide. Oh, Kazakhstan. Very nice, very nice. Going down. 1 today. Will you add position if 5-minute breaks the low? No, I'm not adding any positions. But if it does break the low here, I think it makes sense for it to continue down. But since this is my 3rd trade, so for me to add a position, that's going to be like entering a 4th trade at that point. So I'm gonna leave it as it is at this point. even if this, like, you know, continues running, I'm still going to be in profit for this trade because I closed half at break even, you know, so it's still not that bad. Even though you joked about the trade restrictions after 2 trades, it was still good to have that functionality on Magic Key to avoid over trading. Yeah, I think so. Kazakhstan. What other 2 trades did you take? They were both buys on pound yen. One was on the 30-minute right over here. Once we made a high, came down, this candle broke the high right here, took a buy, price moved up. And the other one was a buy based off of the 4-hour when this 4-hour candle broke above the wick here to the left-hand side to continue bullish. All right. What have you done in the last 6 months that you are the most proud of? The last 6 months, I think we were really aggressive with the promotion of Magic Keys and really worked really hard in getting the platform up and running for the mini markets. I mean, for Magic Keys, it blew up. We had no paid advertisement, nothing. It was all word of mouth. So I think business-wise, that's what I'm proud of. But let's see how far that goes. Last year, I took a swing trade on AUD USD and almost near to hit stop loss of 50 pips, and suddenly price turned into profits. I see all website, whether it's any fundamental news, I got nothing. I see Trump Twitter account, and I see what he wrote to China. Yeah, man, that was Trump. I think when the 1 hour long to 30-minute closing, we're actually going to trade in. Yeah, let's see what happens here. We're still over here. 1 to 15-minute candle to stay below this minor support. If it doesn't, then, you know, it's going to be a very, very minor loss, you know, no big deal. What's TP on GJ? Well, if you open your eyes and look at the screen, you're going to see it right here in front of you. Right here, man. Right dead smack in the middle. You can't miss it. If you can miss it, then maybe, you know, leave the stream. I mean, then it's no good. I mean, what's the point when you can't see the screen? Right? Oh, maybe you're listening on the radio. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at around 151, 700, but I'm going to be willing to take profit around 151, 750 as well. How do you change the music when I press open calc? You can go to properties and you can turn the sounds up. On the 4-hour trade, what TP did you choose? So on the 4-hour, my TP was around this wick fill here. This wick fill was my TP. Around over here, this wick. You usually go zone to zone? Yes. That's what I aim for, zone to zone. Like for this GJ sell, I'm aiming for it to potentially continue to 151, 560, but I'm going to take profits along the way. Or maybe I'm going to just put my stops at break even and let the entire thing run down. We'll see. How would you have entered gold retracement? How would you have managed risk? It was easy. I mean, we called it. We were talking about let this candle close bullish, and there's going to be a very, very high probability for price to continue up. And that's exactly what happened. You know, you would have had a 23, 24 pip stop, and your TP would have been around, you know, 1778, 1777, and you can see it came up to that level. Why did you choose 700? Because it looks good. I mean, number looks good, 700. Normally, I'm going to take profits around, you know, 750, 748, 750, around 10 pips. But 700 just, I don't know, just looked like a nice even number. When signing up for dominion markets, what do you press if you don't see your country? You choose crypto. Can you tell us to be consistent even when you're losing? You got to focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. 1 or 2 trades a day. That's all you got to focus on. you know, when you're trading. And you got to stay very, very calm. But the main emphasis is to just focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. If you're trading style based on volume, mainly why you don't trade US 30, since you can get easy 20, 30 pips on US 30. The reason why is because US 30 does not move with a lot of volume during this time when I'm looking at the markets. That's why. All right, let's take a look at GA here. Oh, wow, GA is really running down over here. I've noticed in the past, 3 weeks, GA has had a lot of volume than pound yen. I've noticed that because I've been looking at GA here a lot. Oh, someone closed the entire position. Okay. Yeah, I still have my position open. This candle is going to close in about 4 minutes, and if it closes back within the range, I'm going to close 50%. Did you already mention the trades you took before the stream? Yes. I also posted them in the Slack as well. Where do you re-enter the second trade? I don't re-enter the second trade. Let's see here. Did you find it hard to remain composed in trades when you were first began? Sometimes they get uneasy with trades, like this current one, GJ. Okay, well, I don't know, like this candle is about to close in 4 minutes. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to close another 50% right here. Close half. So I closed another 50% right here. Right. So even though this will be a losing trade, or it could be a losing trade, or it won't work, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be okay with that, because I know this is going to be tomorrow, and then I know there's going to be next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. So you have a lot of trading days. So even though if one day you're not going to have a win, it doesn't matter, because you're going to have another week. You're going to have a week after that, and a week after that, and one trade will not make you a lot of money. Always remember this. One trade will never make you a lot of money. It will never, fulfill all your dreams. It will never make you a superstar in someone's eyes. No. It's going to be a bunch of trades taken over a period of a year or 2 years. But at the same time, let's say if you're taking a losing trade, be excited to manage risk, right? Be really excited to manage risk. So this sell I took on a 10 lot sell. And after we're done with this trade, you're going to see how much I lost on this 10 lot sell. It's going to be less than $500, 100%. Right now, I've closed around, 149. Because I managed risk. You really have to manage risk. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Took a buy as the 30-minute candle closed above, had no wick on the top. Next 30-minute candle made a lower wick before coming up to big die, so I thought it still makes sense. Started managing risk. Yeah, I think you could have closed. I don't know. It's a very tricky scenario, because you also got this rejection right over here. And once this candle closed like this, you could have closed 50%, because it closed a candle against you. And then another 50% you could have closed once the next candle broke the slow at this point. That's what I've done. To really mitigate risk. Let's see here. What is the time when you were your worst enemy? I think in 2016, and 2017, when price was just trending and I was just holding buys or sells. So right over here at this point, I closed my full position. Right over here, I closed my full position right here. So this was almost like a 2 pip loss right here, right? So take a look at this. Go to history. So this is it right here, right? Had a 10 lot sell, managed to risk, and instead of losing $1,000, I lost $245 just because I managed risk. So taking one loss over here, it's not going to mean that now things are not going to work for me. It just means that I managed my risk. And managing risk is also a really important part of trading. Because if you don't manage risk, you will always lose a lot of money all the time. And that's when you're going to become your worst enemy. but really anticipated price to move down, but it's now coming back in the range, closing back in the range. So it's better to just be like, okay, yeah, you know what, whatever. It's no big deal. You don't even know who I am, but you've changed my life. Oh, thank you, David Hutchinson. Really appreciate it. Let's see here. What's the most profit you've gotten from one trade? It was well in 6 figures. What does not wick at the bottom or top of a candle mean? When there's no wick at the top, this means there's no range for the next candle to go up. This also means now I've really made like a rule for this, right? And my rule for this is if the candle closes with a wick on the top, just like right here, there's going to be a 50-50 chance that the next candle is going to go up or down. And when there's a 50-50 chance for you to take a trade, just kind of like stay away. I learned a lot on this trade, how you manage the 30-minute entry with 15-minute risk, more valuable than winning this trade. Oh, wow, look at that candle, the way it closed. Just garbage. Look at that rejection on the 15-minute time. Wow, look at that, just range, just range. So, so you're right. What we learned from this trade was how to execute on the 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, and then to manage risk if price goes against you. Did Raji just say the biggest profit was in 6 figures? Uncle Ted chose the right time to be in the markets. I have been managing risk every day for 3 weeks. Yeah, GJ has been really tough. Really, really, really tough. Let's take a look here. Mr. Jack Simo sent a chart from the Gulag. Mr. Jack Simo. Oh, I remember this. Where is it? I think I still have it over here. Yeah, I don't. I've this line up, line down. Well, we'll see if the line goes up and the line goes down. My entry and my dream. Okay. We're going to keep this up and keep an eye on this today. Jack Simo, we'll see. When was the last time you took a leap of faith and found out you can fly? When I started door-to-door sales. That was a leap of faith. I left my job where I was getting consistent money and went into something which only paid commissions. If I made a sale, I made money. And to me, that concept was retarded. I was like, who does this? Who would want to work for only commissions when you're not making an hourly pay? I mean, are these people dumbasses? And then, I took a leap of faith. First month, I made 0 sales. Imagine coming home, leaving home at 9 a.m., coming home at 9:30, 10 p.m., every day for a month straight, everyone asking you, your wife, your parents asking you, hey, did you make a sale today? No sale today. Every day. You know how discouraging that is? Coming home with no sale for a month, no money, and then everyone telling you, hey, I mean, you don't have left your job. You at least had like pay this and that but hey, at the end of the day, when your goals are bigger than someone else's, their opinions, it doesn't matter. You keep on trying to flap your little wings, and slowly the wings get bigger and bigger and bigger with experience. You mature in the market. You mature. I think that was the moment where I really matured as a person and really understood what it really takes to what it takes to prosper. Because man, we have to build wings. I mean, as you said, how we go through that GJ trade for next trade, not to get that again. What? As you said, how we now go through that trade. Oh, how we go through this trade. Okay. It was actually, I was really expecting it to go down. There was nothing wrong with this. I think it was just a matter of probability that we didn't continue. Because look, this 15-minute candle, it closed below this minor support right here, right? And it just, technically, it just made sense for it to go down. But I think if it continued back in the range, it was just a probability of it not working at the time. That's it. It was just a matter of probability. The idea was good. We broke below support. Everything was up and up, but, I guess there wasn't enough probability. So there are some trades where you can learn something from it and you make mistakes. And then there are some trades which are just probability. Maybe there wasn't enough probability for price to do that. My first job out of high school was a sales job selling water softeners and RO systems for $1,000 commission sale. Nice. That was also what I did too. We sold water softeners and RO systems, but yeah, our pay was like $1,600 per sale. It was nuts. When they told me about that, I was like, I told my parents, and they're like, "Oh, who pays that much? No one pays that much." And I was very skeptical too until I got my first check. I was like, "Oh, damn, they do pay this." What do you think is the most damaging modern industry and why? I don't think it's the industry that's damaging. I think it's what people do with certain technologies that we have, like social media. People don't use social media the way it was meant to be used. I mean, companies use them the way it was meant to be used, to promote products, promote services, stuff like that. Because if you look at it this way, 90% of the population are consumers, and when you're on social media, 90% people don't think in a way how they can make money from social media, how they can promote stuff there, how they can sell stuff there, like, sell a service, a product, do affiliates, whatever. 90% are just consumers. They don't think like that. The rest, 10%, they're in that, hustle mentality that, oh, okay, this avenue has now given me access to thousands of people. How can I promote what I have to thousands of people to try to make a business out of it? And that goes for a lot of industries now. Like you have Nike, Adidas, you have Marcus Udity, you have a lot of other things. So yeah, I think it's what people do with different industries that matter. This is the candle type I'm looking for. Oh, for cells? Okay, that looks good. You have clean ranges over here too to I think 151, 650. All right, this is pound yen, sells below 151, 820, 30 pip range here. Yeah, I mean, if you do break below that area, we could go down now, but I think we've made this minor support even bigger now right over here. So yeah, it's becoming pretty bad range at this time. So we gotta readjust the zones here now. This is the zones we have at this point now. See this, we have clean candles above 152. So we gotta adjust the zones. This is like a 19, 20 pip range above 152, and then we got a range below, 151, 8, 20. Starting to enjoy managing losses. Beautiful, beautiful. If this 30-minute candle closes bullish, is a valid buy? I think a valid buy about 152 would make much more sense. I mean, it's pretty choppy now. It's very choppy. And I think if price does start to consolidate, this is expected because, we had a huge move from the London session. I mean, how big was this move over here? This was like a 66 pip move, right? So, I mean, it's if price starts ranging, I think that's expected after that big move. So, should I start looking at other pairs after this month, or should I focus on GJ? Focus on GJ. Like if pound yen, if you've chosen pound yen to be your main pair, just focus on pound yen. That's it. Some months are going to be bad. Some months are going to be amazing. Last year, April was an amazing month on GJ. Let's see here. Can you offer IB for your brokerage? We are. It's just taking a bit of time. It's just taking a bit of time. So probably in the next coming weeks, we're going to have that on. Right now, we're still very new to have IB links, so we've got to wait a little bit. What time frame do you enter your trade in? 15 or 30 minute? Both time frames. Let's take a look over here. Scenario 2 will be wait for volume to come in to break with NYSE. Scenario 1 for buys to go up over there. Looks good. I think also focus on 152 here as well. If we break about 152, there's a possibility to continue on. Do you think it's harder now in 2021 rather than before to grow a successful Amazon Shopify store? Yes, I think it's getting very saturated now. Like a lot of businesses are getting extremely saturated now. I mean, the thing about growing a Shopify store or an Amazon store, it's all about promotion. How much can you promote it? That's That's all what it is at the end of the day. How much can you promote it? How much can you tell people about it? Because if you have a product and you're not active on social media, I'm a big believer that if you're active on social media with whatever product you have, one way or another it's going to sell. The price has to be good and you have to be excited about it. If you're not excited about it, people are not going to feel that excitement. You know, like if you're going to say, hey guys, so, you know, I got this magic keys here and I manage my trade with this and yeah, just go buy it, swipe up. You know, that's not exciting. You know, you talk about magic keys, hey, like, you know what, I managed my risk today with magic keys on my MetaTrader 5. You know, and you talk about those things and people really feel that excitement. So I think this stream has become like a part business, part trade. What's your definition of success? I think success is when you can really scale an idea to hundreds and thousands of people. I think that's the definition of success is in my eyes. Let's see here. Do you think the GJ was legit, but the probability was not there? Yes. I think it was legit, but I think the probability was just not there. And that's what I'm going to go with to make myself feel better. What's your thoughts on the next candle closing strongly bearish? Yeah, I mean, if we close below 151, 820, 800, then, you know, there's probable cause for price to move down. Other than that, I'm just going to, like, you know, whatever, it may start ranging over here. Hi, everyone. I joined Market Fluidity today on GJ, the 30-minute. We're closing with rejection to the downside, and on a counter trend, that's a signal. I take into consideration for the staying away because I tend to be very bullish. Yes, that's true. That's true. I executed based on it breaking support, but I guess it didn't pan out as we expected. Let's take a look at this chart here. Buys above 1776, looks good, looks good. Sells below 1771. Yeah. Oh, Paul Harris donated £5, our regular donator here. Mr. B, thanks for today's lessons. Manage my stop loss down to 35% of my original risk. Oh, nice. Very nice. Sell at the candle close to retest the low. Yeah, I mean, it's a very tough idea. It's very tough because maybe there's a rejection here. I mean, yeah, it's very tough. If you can manage risk, for sure it will work out. It might work out. I'm not going to say it will work out. It might work out. But I may want to look for sells below 1772, 1771. So we'll see how that goes. Impulse entry at break of to both previous bearish candle close 50% and almost break even when 15 close 50% at TP. Oh, nice. Very nice. Looks like damn, GA really ran over here. Right, yeah, GA has had a lot of volume in GJ here lately. Do you have a percentage target? No, I don't have targets at all. I don't set targets. Let's take a look at this USD CAD. USD CAD is coming down to support as well. If we break the support, you're right, we can continue bearish. What bad habits? What daily habits do you swear by? And I think everyone should have explored too. I think one important habit when it comes towards trading is to just focus on 1 or 2 trades. That's it. Just be patient. And I think trading has really formed my other daily habits as well. You know, because once you're patient, once you're really taking control of your emotions, you're taking control of your psychology when you're looking at the charts, it snowballs into your regular life too. I mean, if you take a losing trade and you're getting angry and anxious about it, and you can really control that control, you're going to notice in other different life aspects as well. You know, if you're having an argument with somebody, you're going to be more calm and collected about it because you've gone through a much higher degree of, you know, anxiety when it comes to trading and money. And this argument you're having with somebody, it doesn't really feel that bad at all. Like, you know, like battling with yourself is much harder than battling with someone else. So if you can control the battle you have with yourself, you can control everything around you when it comes towards people. That's what I've learned, over the past 2-3 years here. Considering GA wasn't trending up, would you have taken a better sell? Considering if I focused on GA, I would have been in sell on GA. Because this same candle formed on GJ right over here on the 15-minute time frame, right here, right? But this reversed, came back in the range, but on GA, it just continued dropping down. Let's take a look here. Break of the high for buys. Looks good. We got clean candles to the left-hand side. Got the perfect idea, Dimitri. All right, let's go to the bottom. May I ask your thoughts on GU and the zone's interest for you, please? All right. Oh, it looks like your JPY is moving up over here. Let's take a look at the target. Going all the way to the left. Oh, wow. So far to the left. Back in October 2018, we have a resistance area around 132.250. This is almost like, 10 pips away here from current price action. Not bad, not bad. 10 pips away. Let's put it up over here. Yeah, let's see how well this holds above 130 to 140. All right. Mr. Tyre, you can unmute yourself now.
Oh, yeah. How are you?
Good, good, good. How are you?
Yeah, but when it comes to like managing risk, like just suppose take trade on 30 minutes. So do you like when you close half? So do you wait for 50 minutes to close in opposite direction, or when it comes to your entry point? So what's the best scenario?
On this trade, I closed 50% when it came to my entry.
Okay.
Yeah, it came to my entry. I closed 50%. And it was continuing back in the range, and then I closed another 50%.
All right.
And
so it's always like it's best to just close 50% at your entry point. Yeah? That's the best.
Yeah, but like it depends not all the time though. Like it came to my entry twice, and I didn't close. And as the candle was about to close, we had like maybe 2-3 minutes left, and came back to my entry point. Then I closed 50%.
All right. It depends on the scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Every time I take a trade on the stream, it's a loss. Oh, that's okay. I started a business because of you. It's called Your Growing Years. Thank you. Oh, nice, nice. I think I heard about that. Your Growing Years. It's about babies, right? Like baby pictures. Yeah, we got like a 15-foot range to like 132, 300. Do you expect GJ to get better next month? Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it gets better next month. I mean, this month I've had a pretty bad win rate on GJ. I've been 50% profitable on GJ. I've lost 50% of trades on GJ, but gold has been pretty good. GJ has been equally as bad. This month has been like pouty. I'm done for the day. 2 L's, 1 L on gold and 1 L on GJ. Oh, how'd you have a L on gold? Gold went bullish. All right, I take this trade today. What's this? GJ 4-hour chart. Oh, nice. Zone of support created lower time frame, buy entry. Target is all the way there. 152,900. Nice. I wish you all the best. Looks good so far. If you're having a winning streak of trades, do you still stop after 2 to 3 trades or continue taking trades? I stop after 2 to 3 trades. Yeah, I stopped after 2 to 3 trades. So I took 3 trades today, 2 wins, 1 loss. Call it a day at that point. Secure 80% of 10 pips. Runners about to stop to break even. Oh, nice. You entered earlier. Beautiful. Would you ever do a simulation with trading nut? You know, I would want Trading Nut to come on the live stream and call out trades for us, rather than me going there to do a simulation. I mean, I do live simulation every day. That's way better than doing it on TradingView, right? This is way better. Like, come on the live stream, then call out trades, explain trades, show your MetaTrader, show everything, and then I'm going to be impressed. You know, like these TradingView challenges, they're not impressive at all. I mean, this is expert mode right here. This is literally expert mode right here. What's this? Gold 30-minute chart. Yeah, I like this above 1778. If this candle closes weak, bearish impulse entry as we break the high with NY session. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. If we do break above the high with NY open, I think the volume can continue pushing price. What about Urban Forex? I have no idea who that is. If things turn around for me, I finally become consistent profitable after 4 years. I promise I'm gifting you a Rolex. You know, a lot of people promise me a Rolex, but instead of a Rolex, man, just buy me a nice steak dinner. Some nice filet mignon with some asparagus on the side and ketchup. Oh, man, the best. Yeah, Wagyu A5. But halal, I think all steaks are halal, man. When it comes to steaks, it's all okay. What about OctaFX? OctaFX, you know what? OctaFX was one of the main reasons why I wanted to start my own platform. Oh, damn, GJ's moving up here. Yeah, why I wanted to start my own platform for, like, you know, my country, because the spreads their spreads were too high, commissions were too high, and I always wanted to know, like, why do people have such high commissions and spreads, you know? And so, yeah, I don't know. Ketchup on steak, yes. All right, let's take a look. This is EuroChip nice one. Took the buy after a 15-minute break above the zone. Very nice. Very nice trade over here. 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I think it just needs to respect the previous low and continue moving up. But never be afraid to manage risk if it comes down. You know, never be afraid to manage risk. Have you ever think about making copy programs so people can follow you automatically? What do you think about that? Probably in about 3 months, I'm going to be on the leaderboard for Dominion Markets. Maybe in 3 months, once I get settled down, and yeah, then we're going to do that. How would you survive in Pakistan without pubs, clubs, weed, and drinks, etc.? You know, to have a good life, you don't need those things. You don't need those things to have a nice life. You know, like I mean, I haven't been to those things in 2 years. You know, 3 years. Well, not 3 years, like 2 years. I don't know. There's no attraction to that now. I think people go through phases. When you go through a phase, 20s, you know, mid 20s, late 20s, that's a phase you go through. And once you grow older, you start a family, you have kids, your priorities change, your goals change, so your interests also change. Right now, my interest is to just build my businesses. That's it. Just build. So, like, you know, it's just different phases you go through in life. Do you think it would be wise to wait for candle to close above 1778, 1776? You know, I was actually looking at someone sent a chart over here, and I was actually looking at what if this candle closed weak bearish, and the next NY open candle breaks the high around 1777, 600, and we can expect price to continue moving up with volume. You know. See here. Are you going to settle down in Pakistan permanently? Yes. Withdrew all money from Blueberry Markets and waited money to be credited into a fresh broker new setup. Oh, nice, man. Thank you. Can you please look at the trade I took last night on GJ? All right, Mr. Prod Sloppy. Mr. Prod Sloppy from the Gulag here sent a request to look at this chart. Let's take a look over here. Oh, hold on. It's right here. Oh, 4-hour chart. Buy for price to move up. Very nice trade here. Very, very nice trade. 4-hour candle created a support. You took a buy. Your stop was below this area. Filled the range. Beautiful. It was actually on UJ instead of GJ. Describe a time in your life when the phrase, when it rains, it pours, applied. When I made my first, I think it was a $50,000 withdrawal, that came in and I was like, oh, when it rains, it poured, and in bad, and there was also bad times when Quadriga stole my money, that was also when problems come in, it just pours down. You just say, whoa, there's too much issues. No. Way too many problems at once. All right, let's see here. Oh, naughty. Can you explain why you're supporting GJ's 15-minute and not in the 30-minute? Let's see here. 30-minute, yeah, because we have a lot of rejections. 15-minute is where we're creating this minor support, so better to wait for price to come down over here. And now since we're coming into NY Open, price is closing at 152, above 152. Not really sure. We'll have to wait. Gold is also closing right here in 3 minutes, and my open is about to start. May we see GU and your analysis on potential key levels and zones? Let's take a look at GU over here. We have NY open starting here as well. Oh, wow, GU is also coming around on the 15-minute time frame. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Yeah, it's trying to come around. So if we break above, it's like a 9-pip range, and then you got all the way up towards 1.39, 700 at least. So we'll see how this moves, because we also got this minor resistance here. This is a perfect tool for copying trades. You install the hot EA. When you open a trade will copy to your side. Oh, nice. Hot EA. FX copy. Yeah, we have the same thing on the leaderboard where it connects internet connection. Then Nugent, Kishore, Nelson, Bill, Collar, Ivan, and Fuji and Tom can connect to you. All right. Found it. Shushman. Shushman is going in the gulag. Perfect. Can't mess around with the streams here. Oh. Let's do this here. All right, so we got a minute and a half here. Although I win more in gold than GJ, I'm taking a break from gold because my losses are bigger for the next month. Oh, my losses are bigger for the next month. How do you know your losses are bigger for the next month when the next month hasn't even started yet? Do you think there's room for GJ move to next? Yeah, I think so. I mean, if we do close above 152, I do think there's enough room to the left-hand side to continue up towards 152, 200. Yes, that's what I think. All right, trying to bring everything down over here. Make sure everything goes down smooth. Perfect. What about 30-minute resistance to the left? Yeah, there's this resistance, but I think we can anticipate volume in NY Open to really continue pushing price up. Oh, you had a buy MGJ. Nice. Nice one. Very nice. I mean, if you have runners, those runners can continue moving up over here if we break this high. So we shall see. How do I balance my success ideas and enjoy my youth like my 20s? Because I don't want to regret wasting my youth, but I want to retire around 30s and 40s. Man, just enjoy life, enjoy life, save money. That's the best thing. Just save money. That's what I can tell you. If you save money in your 20s and you invest it wisely, you put it aside, you're going to be thankful to yourself when you're in your 30s and mid 30s, because the biggest problem you don't want to go into your 30s knowing you didn't save a dime in your 20s, so that's the most important thing. Like if you're in your 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, just save money, try to start something online businesses are amazing. Start something online, and I think when you do start something online in your 20s and you continue that till in your 30s, you're going to enjoy it so much that you're going to feel like you've retired. Retirement is not about not working. Retirement is about doing what you really love, that it doesn't feel like you're working. Like when I do these live streams, it doesn't feel like I'm working at all. YouTube pays me like $3,000 a month for doing live streams, no problem. But after 3 years of me doing live streams, so this doesn't feel like work at all. So at the end of the day, like if you're young, just start something online, because that's going to grow till in your 30s, mid 30s, late 30s. What if you're 17? Same idea, just save money. Save money, don't spend it, don't try to impress people, because the people you're trying to impress now, you won't even know them when you're in your 30s. Like the people I used to talk to when I was in my 20s, I haven't even talked to them in the last 5-6 years. And back then we used to be buddies, and we used to try to show off and do this, do that, man. That all goes away once you're older. What if you spend money for the enjoyment of yourself? Yeah, sure, but at the same time, just save. Don't spend everything. Just don't spend everything. Just save. I'm a big believer in saving money. You save money for the future. That's why you save money. All right. Let's see here. So GJ broke the highs in the first 2-3 minutes, and it's really, really high volume at this time. We closed above 152. There's the potential to come toward 152, 200. Let's take a look on the 5-minute time frame. We're making higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, I think if we don't break back below 152, should be okay to continue moving up. But I'm not taking this trade at all, because it's in the first minute that it broke the high, so it's kind of tricky at that point. If I really, really, really had to take this trade, I'd maybe take this with a lower lot size, because the risk is higher, and when there's higher risk, you want to lower down your lot size. How much do you guys spend? Oh. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Clean moves on gold, question mark. When we break the low here for price to continue down, yeah, I would say so. Because from in the previous, after London Open, we created a minor resistance and then we came down. Now we came up, created a minor resistance again. I think if we break the low, there's room for price to continue down. I partly agree with that. Have you considered making a course on indices? No, I can't make a course or something like that on things I don't understand or know. How would you manage risk on GJ? Lower risk because it's breaking the high in the first 2 minutes, first minute, 2-3 minutes. So, lower risk at that time. Stock could be in this range here, and I mean, we have clean range to the left-hand side, so I think 152, 200 could be a very good idea for price to move into. Let's see here. How long did it take you to find your perfect 10 to 20 scalping strategy? Because you also struggled using fibs and trend lines like me. So what happened was that in the beginning, I was focused on 10 pips, 15 pips, I was very successful at that. And then I wanted to get 100 pip trades by looking at the guys on Instagram and YouTube, because they were getting 100 pip trades, 200 pip trades. So that's what I wanted to get. And what I found out was that every time I would take a swing trade, that swing trade would always go in profits for about 10, 15 pips and then draw down, straight drawdown after that, drawdown for hours and hours and hours. And I looked at that and I'm like, man, why is this happening? Why am I getting all this drawdown? And then I looked at it logically. Logically, I looked at it and I saw that, okay, if most of the time my swing trade is going in 10, 15 pip profits, this means I can secure 10, 15 pips all the time and leaving the rest running at break even. Logically that made sense. And that's what I did, and I found out was that my runners will always get stopped out probably 70 to 80% of the time. All the time they get stopped out, but that small percentage of 10%, when they do continue running, then they continue running for 50 pips, 60 pips. That's when you get your 100 pips or whatever. What businesses do you recommend in online business? There are a lot of things you can do. There are a lot of things you can do. There's this one thing I was looking at. It's called the muscle massage gun. Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, this one. Muscle massage gun. This one right here. What's this? So this is what I was looking at the other day. And if you look at this price, right? 179 for this one, and the pro one is 329. I was looking at this, and the way you can market it is so easy, man. People are home at this time. They're working out from home. If they're not working, they want to get fit. You get these. You make a Instagram page. You get some fitness models to use these. You send some fitness influencers to promote these. Man, you're gonna make money, because look, this is 329, and if you go right over here, muscle massage gun Alibaba. Right here, you go to Alibaba. Right here. You open up the link. Look at this, $35. $19. $9. Minimum order 1 piece. Look at this, right? You order one sample, you test it out. If you like the sample, you tell them, hey, I want a custom made. They'll put your logo on it. They'll give you packaging, everything. And then that's it. I mean, look at the profit margin. You can undercut these guys, whatever they were selling for 329 here, right? Look at this, 320. You can undercut them easily. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Gold is breaking above this high now at 1778. Yeah, over here. I mean, if it continues up towards 1778.40, I think we're gonna have a pretty nice move here, continuing up. Because here's the thing: this candle is respecting the previous candle's low right here, and it's breaking the high of the previous candle. So now there's a high probability for price to continue moving up, but it needs to cross about 1778.40 over here to come into this vicinity of clean range to the left-hand side. Oh, GJ really did run up over here with NY Open. We were right. GJ ran up. GU also ran up, broke above that area. Yeah. Simple model of drop shipping to branding product is a good way to build capital for Forex. Yes. I know a bunch of people who are like, doing these things. I mean, this is just a no-brainer. I mean, look at this. You can buy this for $10. You can sell it for $150. You're making $130 profit. Let's say your shipping is $40. You're making at least $100 profit. You look at the margin. There's a lot of margin, but here's the thing. If 100 people see the opportunity, 90% are consumers. 90 people are just going to do fuck all. They will do nothing about it. Nothing. They will just say, "Oh, great idea," but they'll start overthinking about why it won't work, and that's normal. And the rest, 10%, will actually execute on it. And then the 90% will hate on the 10% who did execute on it. They'll say, "Oh, you can get it for $9 from Amazon. Go get it. Go get it then." So you got to be a shark in life. What's this? If a candle breaks in the first couple of minutes, would it be better to lower risk? Yes, it would be better to lower risk. So this broke in the first couple of minutes. It broke in the first 5 minutes right over here, and then maybe lowering the risk for price to continue up. And as we have clean candles for the left-hand side, I think there's a very high probability for it to tap 152, 200. Do you use 30-minute and 15-minute for your levels or any higher time frames? Mostly it's a breakdown from 4-hour and daily down towards 30-minute and 15-minute. Have you ever come to the point where you want to quit Forex? No. Whenever that thought came to my mind, I told myself, "Listen, Raja, you're in way too deep now. You're in way too deep in the game. The train is running at full speed. You can't jump off of it now." and I stuck with it. What businesses do you have? What one is your main income? FX. Trading brings me a lot of income. I mean, this past month I did around 70,000 in trading, so that brings me a lot. And that income I use to fund my other businesses. Use that to fund Magic Keys. Use that to fund the brokerage. I'm looking to start a bunch of other businesses in Pakistan when I go there, probably real estate. So I'm going to use that to fund that as well. So the money made from trading has really allowed me to fund other aspects I wanted to fund. Oh, YouTube streams also brings in some income. Education also brings in some income, but without trading, there would have been, nothing. Some people say, don't get me wrong, some people have really successful businesses that they have, and they can use those businesses to fund other projects as well. For me, specifically for me, trading has been the one that brought in some income to fund other projects. Do you read any books? Yes. This book right here, 10 Essentials of Forex Trading. It's the only book I read. It's always next to me all the time. The author is Jared F. Martinez. If you Google the book, you're going to see it in the first search result. How can I get that book if I'm in South Africa? It's all these people from South Africa and India with questions like, how can I get it if I'm from India, or how can I get it from South Africa? Oh, just order it online. This is a stolen, no, it's not a stolen book, it's a borrowed book. They just haven't asked back for it yet. They have all my information, they can just call me and let me know. I live literally 5 minutes away. So as we can see, gold here is trying to break above 1778. We've broken above the high, respected the low, we've broken the high. Very high possibility for it to continue to 1781. what I'm anticipating over here. Pound yen is also moving up at this point. Hey Raja, the news that comes in 17 minutes, is this for the US dollar? Oh, geez, I don't know. Let's take a look over here. Let's take a look. Calendar. Oh, no way. It is for the US dollar right here. Advanced GDP. They're looking at good numbers. Good numbers mean good dollar, and good dollar means weak gold. So we're going to keep an eye on this. We're going to see if it continues moving bullish before the news or what happens when news comes out. All right. When I got 10 pip profit, then I picked my stop loss at entry. Nice. And then what happened? All right. I'm looking to sell an apartment. I owe 100,000 bank loan. And also, I rather use the extra money for trading. What do you think? I think to never sell real estate to fund a risky money habit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Never sell real estate. I can sell my house and move to Pakistan, but we're keeping the house. I owe maybe 500,000 on the house. I'm keeping the house. You know, we're going to rent it out, and it's just going to build up in equity. You know, I'm keeping the house. I'm not going to sell the house. Even though if I sell the house, I'm going to get around 250,000 for it, like, you know, extra, because the equity is built on and the money we paid down and stuff like that. No, actually more than that. But I'm not going to sell it because, hey, like land value goes up. Land value over time, it will always go up, you know, so just keep it. Don't sell the apartment to trade. You're going to lose it. You can not only lose the apartment, but there's a chance you're going to lose the money too. You know, or maybe you can rent out the apartment and maybe use the rent to trade or whatever, but don't sell it, man. That's a bad idea. Ooh, what's this? Love your streams, bro. I over leveraged twice this week and lost, so my account took a beating. So I'm going to stick to 1% and manage my risk. That's a very hard thing to do, to stick to 1%. We have about 12 minutes left for the news here. Because you're good at risk management, do you not have huge losses anymore? That's correct. I don't have any huge losses anymore. My loss today was a $245 loss on the 10 lot because I managed risk. My dad sold the property earlier this year and made 150K profit because house marketing is pretty good. Yeah, house market is really good. Proof of ID, limited markets, I need to send my ID. Yes, just send in your ID. All right, looks like pound yen is still in the game over here. We have 11 minutes left for the news. Gold is still in the game over here as well. As long as we stay above 1778, I think gold should be in the clear to continue to 1781. We're going to see. We're going to see very soon how that plays out.
Don't take profitเนี่ยเรียบร้อย
All what's this? I don't know if you trade DAX, but if you do,
38
right now is a good spot to load longs for a month
Yeah.
rally. Oh, I don't trade DAX. GU is coming out of resistance here too. So yeah, we'll have to wait. Do you want to see candle close about 70, 78 or impulse entry? I don't know. I think this is an entry right here where price is right now as we're breaking the high at this point and expecting it to continue bullish because we're breaking above this area, we're breaking above this candle, you know. Or if you're waiting for this candle to close, maybe you want to take an impulse entry above this candle at this same point here as well. What point do you put stops at break even? When I'm securing positions. Let's see here. Where are you and Jeep going to eat for the last meal? Probably nowhere because everything's closed. Oh, nice. Gold is moving up over here now in the world. We were correct about breaking the high for price to move up, respecting the low, clean candlestick left hand side. So I think it still has room to continue to 1781. What type of magic keys battery it uses? Yeah, so it's chargeable. There's no batteries in it. There's a lithium battery in it. You can charge it via cable it comes with. All right, 9 minutes left here now. Might get a delicate situation here. All right, so we're going to leave this open. I'm going to be right back.
Good evening. ถ้ามันมีอีกตัวหนึ่งถ้าตัวนี้
taking a look at GU. Oh, damn. GU came straight down. If GU closes like this and next candle breaks the low, is it a good sell down to retest the lows? I don't know, man. I don't know. We're coming into a kind of like a consolidation area here in GU. The news is also coming in about 30 seconds. GJ came back down. Gold is coming back in this range. Wallahi, Habibi, this month sucks at poor on GJ. Yeah. This month does suck on GJ. No cap. Is Q-Banks real? Yes, he's a real person. He exists. What kind of question is that? It's like saying, is Roger Banks real? Yeah. Yeah, right here. Hey. All right. 3 seconds. Ooh, candle close with weak body at this point. Let's take a look at GJ here. Ooh, GJ is also rejecting the area as well now. Yeah, things are becoming difficult at this point. GU also rejected. Let's take a look at GA. GA also, GA seems like it's doing a retest or whatever. Pound yen kept me just below under 10 pips for almost the entire 15-minute candle, and I decided to take them. I went down, closed the entire position. Oh. I can't complain about April. This is my 4th month of live trading, and just this month put me on break even for the year after sucking for January, February, March. Some people had a really good April. I mean, I had a really good April based on gold, based on only gold. Oh, wow. Going back up over here now. Yeah, gold is straight madness. Let's see what the results were over here. Could have been more than expected. Oh, unemployment claims are low. GDP is lower. Advanced GDP should also be lower. Interesting. GDP more than expected. I don't know. This thing is not loading yet, but I do see 6.4. It's lower than 6.8. Oh, 4.1. Damn. Yeah, so kind of like wishy-washy news, right? Some is positive, some is negative. So it's whatever. I've been trading for a year now, and Raja, I can't get out of being break-even or slight loss at any trader tips. Focus on managing losses. That's it. Focus on managing losses. You know, learn how to reduce your losses. That's the most important thing I can tell you. Like, really learn how to reduce losses. Like, I had a loss this morning, and it was a 10-lot trade. I lost like $250, $260 because I managed losses. I already executed 2 trades today, 3 pip loss and break even. Does it make sense to think about a third clock? Or is it better not to click? Yeah, I think it's better to just stay away, because if you take a third trade and if that's a loss, then you'll be moving from break even to a negative day. You know, do Dominion markets have a demo account? Yes, we do have a demo account. Then you're going to be moving into a net loss for the day. So I think it's going to be better to kind of like, you know, stay away. Gold is tanking. Oh, wow. Gold is continuing up over here. The 1 hour candle is respecting support. 15-minute is also breaking above this high, continuing to 1781. If we break above 1781, 1782, next target could easily be around 1785. Interesting. Today has been a bad day for me. Took more than 3 trades. Oh, yeah, that's a delicate situation at that time. Okay, let's see here. New York plans to fully reopen July 1st for the 4th of July. Okay. So it seems like it's still going to be closed down for another 2-3 months.
Sì, tiempo, hombre.
We also got the 4-hour candle closing over here too. Took 5 trades today, somehow all wins on a wild card. Nice, nice, nice. So less jobs is good for gold. Bad US dollar is good for gold. You know, if the US dollar is bad, if there's bad news for the US dollar, that's actually good for gold. You know, that pushes gold bullish because, you know, gold is a safe haven. Gold and yen are safe haven. So whenever something impacts the US dollar negatively, that's bullish for the US, that's bullish for gold. When it will be possible to pay by credit card from Magic Keys? Probably never. Well, I think never is a hard word. Probably we're going to have some sort of gateway in place, but for now it's just via PayPal. And I think they do take Visa via PayPal. All right, everybody, I'm going to head off over here. I actually have someone coming over for some work. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody. For the kids, we're just going to leave it muted here so we don't bring up the fish market again. All right, take care, everyone. Have fun. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I think it was a beautiful session. We took 1 trade in the session, managed risk, and that was about it. So, adios, amigos.